Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to the eastern wing of the Stinkbug Works. I have been busy unpacking, cleaning up, rearranging, planning, and so forth. And I've gone through and I've done all my maintenance on the boats. The Porsche, I still have to put the aileron extension on the speed control, but other than that, it's good to go. And let's see. The Miss Seattle. I ran it with this Aviox motor, and quite frankly, it wasn't fun to drive. It was just crazy wild. So I'm going to repower it with a lower KV. I think this motor is like 5,000 kV. It's insanely high. So it needs to go in a little tiny rigger or something. Something that turns a tiny prop. This would take one of those cut down 427s that's, 25 millimeters, 24.5 millimeters. I cut them down to 1 inch and they work pretty good. Anyhow, some items have arrived. So this is going to go into something else. It was insane in that little hydroplane. It can't handle that kind of power. So it's going to get more reasonable. I ordered a block of wood. This is ambrosia maple that I'm going to use for the nose block and the, what do we want to call those? These blocks. And normally when you attach a block, you'd have the grain vertical, perpendicular to the surface, so you would attach it this way. But I'm thinking of attaching it this way, so vertically you can get all this stuff happening, and then on these pieces, I can have this on this side, and this on the other side, if you're picking up what I'm saying. So that'll be one side, that'll be the other side, so they'll be book matched. And here's what else I'm thinking, and I've seen guys do this on their whip. The very front end of the sponson, they cut it back a little bit and put in just a little bit of this. And the same thing back here, where some guys will have the deck do this curve thing here. Some guys will cut it square. I'm thinking of cutting it square here and having these two come to a point with this, so it'll just be a piece of wood here. So I have a piece of wood here, 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 and here. So, God, that's going to be a lot of shinola to make. I might have to give that some rethinking. We'll see. Anyway, back to my motors. Now, I wanted to take this new motor and be able to drop it into slots that are going to be down here in the boat. And so this would just drop into slots like that and everything would be good. And to that end, with this 37 millimeter motor, nobody's making mounts for them yet. So I ordered some 40 millimeter mounts, and I was going to use these to mount this, and I realized they're bigger than I can shim. So along comes something that I've just had. This is part of a hydraulic hose coupling. The hose goes in here amongst these barbs, and a fitting of some sort, whatever you want, comes out there, and you compress it and so forth. But I find things like that, and I said, someday I'll have a use for that. And someday is today, because look at this. It's slightly larger, ever so slightly larger. Well, maybe a good deal larger than the inside diameter of this, and the inside diameter of this is smaller than the outside diameter of that, which means, boys and girls, this is some pretty tough aluminum. This isn't this stuff. This is this stuff right here, okay? And it looks like it's been turned on a lathe. So, in fact, I guarantee it's been turned on a lathe. So this piece should be relatively easy to machine, and I'm just going to make it a snug fit, a snug slip fit, and a snug slip fit, and then I'll I'll turn it all down, and then I'll cut a slit in it. Actually, I'll part it off and then cut slits in the parts. And those slits will line up with this. I'll put this all together and it'll clamp these motors together. Now, herein lies problem number 2. They're not going to have the same spacing, because if I allow this to go up against the mount, that was the issue. The vertical spacing between these two sets of mounts is not the same. So this mount cannot go in the hole of this mount. So my plan is to clamp these up against this water jacket so that I can have just the little space I need. And when I cut a notch for the screws, I'll cut 2 notches, one for this motor, and not very far away, but far enough, a notch for that motor, so that they can both drop in on the same rail, but they'll be on different notches. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? These are on the outside. These will be on the inside. There'll be that much space between the holes. It'll all be good. And I'll use a piece I had laying around. And I have some maple, and I'm going to repower that. This is the list of boats I plan to take next time, but I'm thinking of bringing the 2S powered Wonder Woman, because that thing was a hoot to drive. It was fast and it handled really well. So I was pleased with it. It was a treat to drive. But, the old short circuit was a treat to drive. I just held full throttle and turned the wheel 90 and let go. Held full throttle, turned the wheel 90 and let go. Back then it was a 45 mile an hour boat, and the hull could handle it no problem. So we'll see what it does with this new power system in it. And the Spirit is right down there. I'm going to cut some foam for it. And I might do that today. I have some running around I've got to do, but I'll cut some foam for it. So there you go, boys and girls. Just the latest here at the Eastern Wing. I want to thank Kobe for posting videos of the little Hawaii Kai. It was fun in the slow-mo because you could see the thing was nothing but a feather, and the front sponsons occasionally would touch the water. It was it was running really well. I mean, that's what you want a big hydroplane to do, and to get a little one to do that, that's an accomplishment. So thank you for posting that. And the American spirit, this time, we'll see if it doesn't hook those corners. Until next time, boys and girls, jet out.